I made a Ulysses contract with myself to play the game I'm good at, only to realize, with the cruelty of irony, that my true game is to play no game at all. Every player becomes a slave to the game they play, merges with its rules, and lets its demands write their identity. But what happens when the game stops? The player too ceases to exist, suspended in the nameless void of no longer, stripped of meaning and mask alike. I confess, I have a desire to scatter my thoughts like seeds into words, to visualize them and share the scandalous revelations that rise in their infancy, still wet with the womb of repression, shadow, archetype, and myth, still trembling with the echoes of my own path. Yet one thing I have learned: the incentive for growth is not a reason to grow. Growth is not for victory, nor for vanity, nor for the gold medal of self-comparison. Its end is freedom. As Christ himself said, "You will know the truth, and the truth will set you free." John 8:32. It frightens me, this thought. There is someone in my head, but it isn't me. And there is someone above who calls me, and it feels, scandalously, that it is me. Nietzsche wrote in Zarathustra, "One must still have chaos in oneself to be able to give birth to a dancing star." Perhaps this chaos within is not to be silenced, but incarnated. Perhaps to become an individual is to let Christ take on flesh again within us, not so we become replicas of other Christians, stamped in denominational molds, but so that the infinite facets of his personality might find a vessel. Carl Jung once said, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are." But who is this who? For me, the scandal is that individuality is not invented, it is revealed. Christ, in my fantasy, has infinite personalities, infinite voices, infinite human forms he longs to inhabit, and he is searching for vessels. Each one of us is a mask of his manifold self, a unique incarnation of eternal Logos. Yet the temptation remains to play the rational game, to remain respectable, clothed in form. But rational games lead only to what is already known, and everything under the sun is known and therefore meaningless. Cf. Ecclesiastes. True meaning is discovered only in the unplayable game, the foolish pursuit no one else dares to attempt. The wisdom of God is foolishness to man, 1 Corinthians 1:25. To play the game of no game is to wander into the coordinates of formlessness, to lose oneself in the stupidity of grace until the greatest descends to save. Jordan Peterson warns, "If you don't stand your ground, then all that happens is people push you backwards." But what if standing our ground means standing in the absurd, to embrace the scandal of becoming nothing, so that God might create something infinite from the void we offer? So I ask you, muse with me, shall we unlock the person of Christ through the embrace of holy stupidity, the foolishness of the cross? Or shall we cling to rationality, play our small games of form, and be forgotten? A prayer. O Christ of infinite faces, incarnate yourself within me, not in the pattern of men, but in the truth of God. Strip me of the games that enslave, the identities that decay, the forms that blind. Grant me the courage to embrace the foolishness of the cross, to play the game of no game, to become nothing, that you may become all in me. Let my individuality not be my invention, but your revelation, and may the chaos within me give birth to the star you set in eternity. Amen.